Welcome into the Star in Frisco, home of the Dallas Cowboys and home to Hit Sticks with Barry Church and Isaiah Stanback. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Glad you're with us. Let's take a look at the beatdown that the Cowboys had against the Minnesota Vikings, 40-3, and a look ahead to the New York Giants on Thanksgiving. In the Week 11 win over the Minnesota Vikings, the Cowboys put up Madden-type numbers. 40-3 for the Cowboys and another 100-yard scrimmage game for Tony Pollard, including this 68-yard touchdown catch. He had 2 receiving touchdowns in the ball game. This one on a wheel route, rolled out to the right side, and then from there out, he did the rest. It was a foot race to the end zone, won by Tony Pollard. So we're going to recreate this again. Just how dangerous is Pollard on a wheel route as a receiver? Because Isaiah, he has become a weapon for Kellen Moore in this offense.
You doggone right, he's become a weapon, Kyle, and it's because of this front. This offensive line is doing a heck of a job of providing him all kinds of time up front to be able to throw the ball, that's Dak Prescott that is, as well as opening holes. So when you have an offensive front that is playing so well, then guess what? You don't have to worry about having running backs back there to have protection. So I'm going to be able to isolate him and on this doggone linebackers all day long. They can't get with me. I'm going to show you how this goes down right about now.
See what you got, big dog.
Ready? Like Freddie. Set, and here we go. Bam. Let's get this thing.
Coming off that edge.
Ooh,
coming off that edge.
You ain't got it. Ooh,
run.
Let's go, Chris Brown style. Let's go. Let's go. All day long. You just saw it. Just like you show it in real life, hey, right there in real time. When the doggone linebacker goes square, Tony Pollard says, I'm going to go there.
Yeah.
So right here, I'm going to go ahead and go to TP. Yeah, go ahead and highlight him. Thank you, Kyle. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go whoop. Okay, you get a little bit of top look right here. Okay, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. And as soon as you guys see the ball to snap, boom, he's on fire, and this linebacker comes up. As soon as the linebacker tries to go ahead and get squared up with him right here, you recognize immediately he knows his skill set. He knows that linebacker probably runs at least, what, a 4.6, 4.7?
That's generous.
That's being generous. All right, TP runs a 4.3. So go ahead and put that thing in fast forward. And he's gone. Look at him just eating up that grass. Eat it up. Eat it up. You need more people. Doggone Dak Prescott throws a heck of a dime right on the outside shoulder. He catches it with them hands like he's been on them jugs all day long and takes that thing to the house.
Without a doubt. That's what Tony Pollard does. I mean, he makes explosive plays like that. He is a mismatch nightmare. And when you have a linebacker, I don't care who you got. I don't care if you got the best linebacker in history going against Tony Pollard on the receiving route. It's not going to work out for the defense. He did an amazing job squaring up Kendricks right there and just running right past him. That's what Tony Pollard can do. He can make one-on-one in favor of him, and explosive plays can happen like that. And he was able to throw, or Dak Prescott was able to throw a dime in the breadbasket. Tony Pollard off to the races. You're not going to catch that man from behind.
So Tony Pollard has been a weapon for the Cowboys offense this season. So is Saquon Barkley for the New York Giants. How can the Cowboys avoid him ruining Thanksgiving and spoiling all the turkey this holiday season? We'll tell you when we come back with more Hit Sticks.
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by EA Sports, is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys, and by AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
So this is the second time that the Cowboys will have seen the New York Giants here in the 2022 season. The Cowboys took down New York in Week 3 despite 81 yards rushing and Saquon Barkley showing off his ability not only as a ball carrier but also as a pass catcher. So keep that in mind. BC, how do you slow down a guy like Saquon Barkley, who of course is back in the backfield for that New York Giants bunch?
Well, this one's going to be a little tough because like you just mentioned, Saquon Barkley, he's a jack of all trades. He can hit you with the run, he can hit you with the pass as well, and he can make you look like a fool in a phone booth. So what this defense has to do, they got to play disciplined football. And we saw an example of that last week against the Vikings when they held Dalvin Cook pretty much in check. Everybody was in their gaps, trusting their fellow teammates out there to get the job done. And that's what it comes down to, staying in your gap, trusting your defense, or trusting your other teammates. And your linebackers, they got to come downhill. We can't give this guy any space because, like I said, he can make you look like a fool in the phone booth. So we're going to play disciplined football out here, but I am going to do a little something right here. I'm going to go ahead, just in case you want to pull some trickery out, I'm going to go ahead and press my boys on the outside out there. And I'm going to go ahead and pinch these defensive linemen in.
Oh, you want to pinch them
in? I want to pinch them in like that, and I want to make sure both of my linebackers, Van Der Esch and Barr, if he is playing next week, have the opportunity to go sideline to sideline. So let's see what you got, big dog.
Oh, I'm coming downhill.
Oh, you coming downhill?
Let's
see what you got.
Ready like Freddie. Ooh, a little short motion.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh, we coming downhill.
Ooh.
We coming downhill.
Ooh. I had the hole. He had the
Good tackle, Diggs.
Okay,
Good tackle,
hold on.
Diggs.
Run it back.
Run that thing back.
No, Justin, pinch your line.
You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and pinch them
yeah,
and press them guys up.
Run it back.
Let's see what you got, man.
Yeah. I see you with the shift, though.
Oh, he's a little late.
He shuts him down again.
That's how you love to see.
That's what you want to see, man. If you allow Saquon Barkley to get out to the outside, then you're going to be in a world of trouble. And they did a great job against running backs this past week, obviously against Dalvin. They shut down the run. You talked about the lane integrity. Right here, you got Dalvin Cook. Let me go ahead and go right directly to him. All right, so you got Dalvin Cook last week, Saquon Barkley this week, and this is what you want to do. Teams are going to try to get the edge for the longest. We've been talking about down, and around, okay? Going down with their tight end up top, pulling their opposing tight end and pulling their tackles, trying to get out to the edge. You have to be able to shed blocks. Oh, the great job outside. Let me go ahead and go right up here so you guys can see it. One-on-one. Who was that right here?
Deron Bland right there.
That's DB?
That's DB.
DB did a great job right here. And this is exactly what we're talking about, the run support from the secondary. This is what you need. You can't allow yourself to get blocked. Right now, he's out leveraged, okay? He can get kicked out easily. Saquon Barkley has that seam right up the inside right there. But what does he do? He does a great job of shedding this block. And because he sheds his block, now look how he's coming downhill towards the line of scrimmage. When he comes downhill towards the line of scrimmage, he is not accounted for. He's not accounted for, and he can create a lot of havoc. Boom, right there, and then guess what happens? As soon as he makes contact, how long does it take for his boys to come? Hootie-hoo!
Here we go.
That's the hootie-hoo call, and everybody and their mamas come in as well.
That's what you love to see, and that's what makes defenses work, when your secondary guys are willing to tackle. Deron Bland, great job, like you just illustrated, Isaiah. Throwing the block aside, get up off me, I'm too big for you. Let me make that guy miss. Square shoulders, bang, hit the guy right there. And like you said, it took 0.2 seconds for the rest of the teammates to come over and have a defensive meeting on top of Saquon Barkley's head. That's what they're going to have to do come Thursday if they want to shut down Barkley and this New York Giants rushing attack.
So even if you can contain Saquon Barkley and the 7-3 New York Giants, they do have another weapon in the backfield. It's their quarterback, Daniel Jones. He's turned into quite the dual threat in the backfield as well, gunslinging and running the football for the Giants. And Brian Daboll will talk about how to contain him when we come back.
This segment was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back into Hit Sticks from the Star in Frisco. We've outlined the weaponry of Tony Pollard, the versatility of Saquon Barkley, and now we add another element into the fold. It's the New York Giants quarterback, Daniel Jones. They call him Danny Dimes because he can throw the football, but he might be just as good with the wheels as he is with his arm. So you have to respect it one way or the other. What Daniel Jones can do from a quarterback standpoint is certainly something that a defensive mind like Dan Quinn could have some fun with. BC, how do you slow him down if you are Dan Quinn and the Cowboys?
Well, this one's going to be a little bit easier than containing Saquon Barkley, because we all understand Daniel Jones, he's having one of his better seasons. I'll give you that. But the guy can still give the football away. And to me, if you pressure this guy, he sees ghosts out there. So that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, we're coming after Mr. Daniel Jones out there. I'm going to go ahead and spread my defensive line out. Get Micah Parsons in that wide 9. Get D-Law in that wide 9. And let them do what they do best. That's come after the quarterback and hunt. You've seen the success they had last week against the Vikings. You've seen it. What was it, 7, 8 sacks? But who's counting? But we're also going to press these guys on the outside. You know that's my favorite thing to do. So we're getting after Daniel Jones. I don't think if you get pressure on this guy and you rattle this guy, I don't think he's that man. I don't think he's that man in New York.
I don't disagree with you, but one of the things that is to his advantage is film study.
Okay.
Last time he was sat back there and tried to use all the protection, had his lineman, had his tight end staying in, had Saquon staying in there, and it didn't work to his advantage.
Nope.
So if you run that back and look at the film, why would I do it again? I'm
wouldn't.
going to get everybody out. I don't want anybody sitting in there. If you want to bring the smoke, then guess what, doggone it, I got the turkey. So let's go and work with it real quick and see what you decide to do.
Let's see. You see who at that safety
I see
spot.
who at safety. I see you on the user,
spot.
but you don't see this motion though. Ooh, there it is.
Oh! But he didn't have time. He didn't have time though.
I'm gonna run it back.
You gonna run it back, man?
Run it back one more time.
Let me spread my guys out. Press up. I ain't gonna make that same mistake.
Oh, you gonna make that mistake?
You better I ain't gonna make it this time.
Let's go.
You see, I'm gonna come.
There we go. You got him on the defense.
That's exactly what we got.
You had it. You know what? You did a good job on that one. I'm gonna go to the replay.
The first one you had me.
The first one I had you. I had you right down the middle, and he just got sacked. Good job by Van Der Esch. You brought the smoke. Unfortunately, my turkey wasn't done cooking yet. But right here, okay, you guys can best believe that you're gonna see a lot of misdirection.
Yeah.
Trust and believe that. Okay, you got motion coming against them across the formation. Dallas has shown on film that they have struggled with that. Okay.
Yes.
One of the other things they've shown that they struggle with is the running backs out the backfield, especially when you have a Saquon Barkley right there. Okay, I could have took him right there, right off the back, because you're deciding to heat me up and pressure me. Okay, there's going to be a lot of teams, especially starting with the Giants this week, that are going to try to hit him as an outlet. I try to hold on to it a little bit longer right here, okay, and try to get him downfield. But again, I had another opportunity right there at the second level to drop it off to Saquon Barkley again, as well as over the top to the tight end. So there are guys open, okay? But the Dallas defense has to get home. If for some reason he has enough time to get these balls off, might be in trouble.
It's going to be tough a little bit. And that was the perfect call because you're right. This Dallas defense is extremely aggressive out there. So what the New York Giants are going to do is do misdirection, kind of get these guys off. And you had open looks out there. You definitely had open looks. But that's the thing with Daniel Jones. I think if we can continue to heat him up, he'll see ghosts. He won't see the guys that are open out there, and we'll be able to take advantage of them. But to me, that's too many guys that were open for my liking.
So that was a win for the defense. If they can bat down passes kind of like how Malik Hooker did there, they're going to have some success. However, I'm going to make things tougher on the defense here because Daniel Jones, because of head coach Brian Daboll and his offensive mind, they want him to run the football. They will run that read option where he has decisions to be made, and it makes things tough on the second level. Here we've got Anthony Barr. He's probably not going to play this week. However, we are going to still have him in the fold, and then Leighton Van Der Esch, who has already made a play today. So DCBC, things are now a little bit tougher. Barry Church, how do you slow down a guy who is so versatile in the backfield like Daniel Jones?
This is a little bit harder than containing him versus the pass. I will give you that IRS because if you got Daniel Jones out there and you got Saquon next to him, those are two explosive guys that can take advantage of your defense when you talk about the ground game. So what I'm going to do defensively out here is I'm going to make sure we take the ball out of Barkley's hands. So I'm going to go ahead and pinch my guys down like you know I love to do. Pinch those guys down right there like that, and we're ready to roll, man. We're ready to roll. If you're ready to roll. I'm not so sure. I'm ready if you're ready.
You ready? Okay, I'm not sure
ready.
if you know, but Danny Dimes had almost as many rushing yards as Saquon Barkley last time the Dallas Cowboys faced him.
Facts.
And now he's a featured running back, a.k.a. quarterback, in this offense with Brian Daboll as the offensive coordinator. So we're going to utilize him like this right here. Boom. I'm going to go ahead and motion my man in. Okay. You see him motion across.
Here come that
a little
motion.
misdirect. Oh, get the edge.
Oh, there's the
where's
edge.
my blocker at?
You want to run it back? You want to run it back?
No, you know what? Let's go ahead. Forget that. I was going to show the replay, but I'm just going to run it again. I'm not even going to change anything. That was just a bad execution. Bam, right there. Oh, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Like Missy Elliott.
Oh, then you go LeBron me like that?
He did just, yeah.
He go LeBron me like that?
Definitely stunning on you.
That's out of pocket.
This is where we talked about run support earlier in the show, okay? And what you have to have is your cornerbacks or safeties have to come downhill. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on Danny Dimes right here just so you guys can see what takes place. So we have the motion across, and this is actually what they're facilitating. They ran this against Detroit Lions last week, right, with this lead running back. Okay, you got the tight end, boom, coming up. You're pulling your guard, okay? You're using Saquon as a lead back. Okay, now all of a sudden Danny Dimes has the edge and he has a seam right here. That's a very difficult tackle for any cornerback to make. Now, as we go ahead and rewind it, Well, I'm going to let DCBC tell you what at the second level has to happen, okay? You see him over here with the terrible user right here. I'm not going to put you on too much blast, okay? But what should happen right here is what, DC?
Well, you got to keep that edge. You got to keep that edge. And I understand he's in man-to-man coverage. That's what makes that call so hard against an athletic quarterback, because you got to be man-to-man. So you want to get down to that hip of the tight end. But what I did right here was terrible user error right there. I went on the inside trying to take away Saquon Barkley, and all he did was bounce that thing outside. And like you said, IRS, you had two guys flanking outside. We're outnumbered. We're outnumbered at that point. And if you give a guy like Daniel Jones the edge, he has the speed to take it out there, and it'll compromise your defense. That's exactly what happened right here. So we as safeties, Curse, Wilson, those guys, if you're in man-to-man on the tight end, you got your responsibility, but make sure you keep that edge as well, because Daniel Jones, he has the ability to exploit that.
So Daniel Jones has helped Brian Daboll add another element to that Giants offense, but an element for the Cowboys offense that is starting to get better and better is the play action. When we come back, how does Dak Prescott continue some success against opposing defenses off of the play action and a strong ground game? It's no secret that Dak Prescott has had more success throwing the football off of play action throughout his career, but how can he continue to refine that as the season goes along and allow this offense to really open up their true potential? Kellen Moore and company going to try and do that this week against the New York Giants. This is a defense that is very banged up in the secondary. They've had 3 starters, at least at some point in the last 2 weeks, leave because of injury. So, Isaiah, is that a chance for this Dallas offense to get underway based off of some trickeration?
Exploitation, Kyle. Exploitation. That's what the Dallas Cowboys are going to try to do, but it all starts with their ability to run the ball up front. I don't care if it's 20. I don't care if it's 21. I don't care if it's 4 getting out the pocket and running that thing. They have to be a threat to come downhill. And once you are effective in that regard, now the second level comes up. Now the defensive line starts pinching. They start trying to take away the run. And then you have holes in the secondary. That's what they've been doing. That's what I'm going to go against and take care of business against Mr. DCBC.
Well, let me tell you what I'm going to do on this New York side of the football. All right? I'm not going to do what the Vikings did and just kind of play vanilla and let Dak Prescott go out there and terrorize their defense. I'm going to heat this man up. I understand. I understand the offensive linemen for the Dallas Cowboys have been playing great as a unit. They only allowed, 15 sacks or second in the National Football League? But I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and heat things up over there. You know what I love to do. You know I love to play aggressive. Go ahead and walk down on them wide receivers. CeeDee Lamb in the slot. He can get some of this smoke too. We see Gallup on the outside. Let's get ready for business, man. I hope Dak Prescott's ready for this pressure.
Cletus.
You see who's at the safety too, though.
This is all
user.
We see your user skills today, all right? Here we go. Oh, yeah, we got action, boss.
No, sir.
We got action, boss.
I went to the wrong ass.
You can't miss the doggone pass.
He's not accurate enough. Let's go.
We going run it back.
You gonna run that thing back?
Like
he did a quick snap on your boy.
Snapped you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
gonna
but you see the adjustments.
Doggone.
It's all about the
Hey,
adjustments.
man, number 4 got a little bit too confident in his play, but I'm hitting you with it again.
Another
you weren't
quick
ready
snap.
for it.
I hope you don't go deep. I hope you don't go deep. Oh, you trying to kill.
Try him. No. The boy got confidence. That's the one we're going to replay right there. Yes.
My user game is trash.
User game is trash.
Oh, my goodness.
Doggone, this garbage day. All right, here we go. You guys see the play action? Coming off right here. Look at Tyler Smith doing a great job of just handling his ISO block over down the island. Boom, play action. We got Mr. Ferguson sitting out here. Terrence still doing a good job. As long as Dak has time to set his feet, you're doing a great job in the secondary of ensuring that CeeDee Lamb on that crossing route is taken care of in this quarters coverage, okay? You got the quarters over there. The cornerback has his quarter. That safety has his quarter, right? That safety has his quarter, and that corner has his. Perfect, all right? But the thing is, as soon as CeeDee Lamb crosses face right there, woo, right? Now, all of a sudden, that safety got a little nosy. And I think that I like my guys more than your guys. Boom, I threw a dime right there. And he's doing a great job of giving him a chance. Michael Gallup coming back, making plays.
I hope he can do that on the game, because my user game right there was complete trash. I had that thing dialed up, but like Michael Gallup in real life, he can make that 50-50 catch. Let's hope we see some of that on Thursday.
So Michael Gallup finally giving Cowboys Nation what they've been waiting for, that long bomb over the top. When we come back, we'll see if Madden is giving Cowboys Nation another win. It would be their 3rd straight. We'll tell you in Guys versus the Game next. Wrapping things up here on a Thanksgiving week of Hit Sticks, and it's time now for Guys versus the Game. Let's first see what Madden had in store, and it started off early with a Noah Brown touchdown. He goes over the top for 6 and got Dallas up on top early. And how did they seal the deal? Not with 1, but with 2 Trayvon Diggs interceptions. They shut down the New York Giants offensively. They only have 6 points total. Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley eliminated in this matchup, and the Cowboys win it 20-6. It's the 3rd straight week Madden has picked the Cowboys. What say you, Barry Church, this week?
I'm with Madden on this one. I feel like the Cowboys are going to get a dub and hopefully by a lot.
I totally agree with you, man. I think this defensive front is about to go ham. No pun intended.
Give me the Cowboys, too. I like it with the Thanksgiving pun. Now, we do have a fan question. This one comes from Jack. This is a fun one, so we'll make it quick. If Micah Parsons were to actually fight an actual lion, who would come out on top? Because Micah Parsons is another multi-sack game, and they call him the lion for a reason. Who would win in that fight?
If he's going against a male lion, he'd probably win. Female lion, don't do it.
Can't do it.
Either way, he's taking an L. Just run for the trees, man.
I think he's pretty good. I think he's good on the gridiron. Let's not put him in the jungle. Let's make things happen and make things right there. That's going to do it for us here on Hit Sticks. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope you have some fun, and maybe you could be a little bit smarter at your dinner table when the Cowboys face the Giants on Thursday. For Barry Church, Isaiah Stanback, I'm Kyle Yeomans. We'll see you next week. More Hit Sticks coming to you from the Star in Frisco.
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by EA Sports, was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys. AT&T, the official 5G innovation partner of the Dallas Cowboys. And by NFL Game Pass. You'll never miss a game again. Enjoy full and condensed game replays from Week 1 to the Super Bowl.